Well, I reach out to friends that are in other bands and ask them if they want to play. And sometimes they'll know people in other bigger bands and we'll ask them to play. And for booking a space, you just reach out to the booker of the venue. Usually they'll give you a date and then you just put together the lineup. So when me and my band record, we usually record here at my house on our 4-track cassette recorder, which is this thing right here. And once we have a finished product and we record all the parts, we'll upload it to my computer and upload it to our BandCamp, which is like a standard website for a lot of unsigned bands to release their music, and we release it for free. And then to promote it, we really just send it out to friends. We tweet about it and put it up on Instagram and all the social media stuff.
Well, the BandCamp revolution kind of helped people that weren't signed to a big-time record label be able to produce their stuff for more of like bands instead of electronic artists. It became more so BandCamp was the way to release things if they couldn't get their stuff released on bigger media producers such as iTunes. In 2007, 2 developers created a website called BandCamp that would change the way that underground music was sold. BandCamp would give users the freedom to create their own websites with their own domain names and allow them to design their website the way they choose.
Well, a lot of it is like more connections because it's a lot of word through mouth. And when we advertise the shows, it's a lot of just like letting your friends know and then they let their friends know and like going to other collective shows and stuff. And once you get to know people, it's kind of easier to book stuff. We use like Facebook to promote, and that's really it.
In addition to everything that happens behind the scenes, I think by far the best part about being a part of the scene is definitely being in the band. A lot of people, including myself, have had music a part of their lives ever since they were kids, so incorporating it as a lot of us get older is really just the most fun part about being a part of the scene. The arts play a major part of the scene, and I think that it has evolved into so much more than just music. I mean, it has become animation, it has become film, but I still think the part that most people still come out to see every weekend is definitely the music. A lot of reasons why the scene doesn't get a lot of mainstream media access is because a lot of people are under the impression that most of it has become punk rock, which in a sense is true. I would say it is the most popular genre of music performed in the scene, but I wouldn't say it's definitely not everything that everyone plays. People play electronic music, people play surf music, people have incorporated new wave, and there's just been so many genres over so many periods of time that it's not only kids performing, it's also adults, and so everyone grew up in different time periods where different music was playing, and so them being able to incorporate the type of music they grew up listening to, it adds so much variety and it's so much freshness that you won't see anywhere else for huge artists, because you won't be ever seeing the same thing over and over again. It's always something new. Another revolutionary idea that people shared in the scene was the idea of starting their own collectives. Collectives are kind of just another way of a record label, and it's just, instead of promoting more so of recorded music, it's just a lot of shows, and so collectives will obviously have bands signed just like a record label does, and so they'll have 2 bands that are signed to the same collective, and they'll have them play on one show, and the next weekend they have just a bunch of bands that they can just always incorporate a different show, which is another reason why you won't ever see the same show twice, because you'll always be seeing new artists.
So thanks to all the bands playing tonight, like Loco Ono and Solo, and the Grottos, and Just Relax, and Post Life. We are Urban Development. Thank you guys, we're Urban Development.